Hey everyone, thanks for joining us on another Live with Stacy and Amanda with the Bank of North Dakota. Today we are at the United Tribes Technical College to talk about the North Dakota Indian Leadership Academy. So don't forget, give us a like, make sure you turn on those live notifications so you're notified every single time we go live, usually on Tuesdays at 2:30, but sometimes a little bit different, as you've known over the last couple of weeks. So today we are here at UTTC, like I said, with Brad Hawk, who is our Indian Health Systems Administrator for the North Dakota Indian Affairs Commission, and Levi Horn, who is a motivational speaker and a former NFL lineman. So if there's any football fans out there, maybe Levi's a familiar face to you. And we're going to be talking about the North Dakota Indian Leadership Academy. And last year, actually, I was with Brad interviewing him and a student who was here last year. So we're happy to be back and grateful that they welcomed us back. So Brad, can you tell us a little bit about the Leadership Academy that's going on this week?
Yeah, we have 40 kids that are from throughout North Dakota. They are from each tribe in North Dakota. We spend a week to let them talk about different opportunities with college life, opportunities in military. We also talk about, how to build yourself to be a greater leader. And so we spend a week taking multiple presentations, and Levi is one of them. And so we talk about the next stage in their life and where they're going to go. So it's kind of a way for them to kind of self-build and kind of help out with their communities and their families. So for us, it's a fun week because we get to do something out of the normal, and for us to have these young, bright, intelligent people come and be positive leaders for their communities and their families, and so we just enjoy having them.
Awesome. And you said there's about 40 students who are here this week.
Yep.
And where do they come from? All over North Dakota or kind of west central?
It's kind of spread out. We get some from the Turtle Mountain Band of Chippewa, Spirit Lake. We have a good number of Spirit Lake Nation members, Standing Rock, and also MHA Nation. So we get a lot of different tribes. We actually have a few members from a couple of the Montana tribes this year, and also two from South Dakota. Okay. So we kind of have a regional kind of reach, but for the most part, it's North Dakota.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. So we were talking earlier about a bunch of activities, and Levi, you were speaking earlier. How does the North Dakota Indian Commission select the activities that the students participate in during the week?
A lot of it kind of comes from the past. We kind of get input from the kids and let them kind of guide some of the discussion, and ask them if do you want to talk more about college experience, by visiting campuses, or do we want to, talk about bullying? Because we spend a good amount of time about bullying, and making sure that you can protect yourself and some of that. So.
Cool, that's great. So what are some of the activities that students have done this week?
We started yesterday afternoon, and yesterday afternoon we had an event on campus here that talked about horses and how they relate to the Native American culture. And so the presenters kind of brought the horses out. We talked a little bit about how those horses fit into our tribal culture, and also how it can teach life lessons by leading a horse. Simple thing as leading a horse, it just kind of gave them a different perspective. So.
That's really, really neat. So what kinds of things will students learn during this that they can take back to their local communities and really be leaders of change in their own communities?
I think for the most part it's more interacting with our presenters, but the big part is our mentors that we have with our youth academy, because a lot of them are college students that are doing things and being star athletes and some of that. So they kind of guide them through the path of figuring out what they want to do. So, but also we kind of talk about different things like life situations, life challenges, and so for us it's great for them to be part of this camp to kind of showcase those challenges, but figure out ways to combat them also. So.
That's awesome. All right, so who can attend this academy?
Generally, it's just any enrolled tribal member. Generally, it's from one of our North Dakota tribes, but we do have some that come from other states, but they're usually tied to a member from one of the tribes here in North Dakota.
So how do students sign up, and when usually do you open up that registration?
Yeah, we usually start up registrations usually in the early spring. So we kind of put out the notice to the schools and let the counselors know that this is coming up, and so a lot of the application process comes directly through our office.
Wonderful. Okay. And you said that you had a couple students who came in. I don't want to say late, but they were they came yesterday to participate in this program.
Yep. So yeah, we took a couple applications right up to the day of, and so we try to keep that open for those kids because this is such a wonderful opportunity.
Yeah, and it seems like, I've just been here for about 30 minutes just in seeing the kids, especially during your presentation. It seemed like there was a lot of clapping and seemed like there was a lot of interaction. So Levi, can you tell us a little bit about what you do as a motivational speaker and what you talk to the kids about today?
So yeah, becoming a motivational speaker was just kind of dumb luck, and I was telling my story to one of my bros over in Fort Belknap, and he was like, "Levi, you need to get out there and you need to show these kids." And it's about that role modeling piece, just getting out there, telling my story, and letting them know that somebody's done it before them, and breaking stuff down. I always believe in the very simplest foundation. Break it down to that, and then give it to whoever wants to hear. And that's just really, it's about peers. It's about giving yourself a chance to succeed. A lot of our kids don't. They say, let's just stay here forever. Let's not move off the reservation. So I think this is what we're all trying to do right now, and that's that role modeling piece and letting these young ones know their resources and giving them some good mentors.
Awesome. Yeah, and Brad said that you actually run a camp similar to this in Montana, which is where you're from, right?
So I'm Northern Cheyenne from Lame Deer, Montana, and then I grew up in Spokane, Washington.
Okay.
And then I'm actually over there working at an urban Indian Health Services, and I just got out of 3 years of prevention doing stuff like this, and then now I'm actually a drug and alcohol counselor.
That's awesome. So, you're really modeling for students what is possible for them, which is really exciting, and you're spreading your message, which is super awesome. So what advice, other than what you shared today, would you share with any students watching, or that you usually share about working towards their goals and achieving their dreams?
Just getting out there, giving yourself that chance, finding resources, attaching onto a mentor. I didn't have a father. I had a great mother, but I attached onto my coaches, and I learned as much as I could from them. So whether it be a coach, a teacher, a community member, I definitely believe we can't do this by ourselves. It's tough. We're just humans, so we got to do it together.
Yeah, that's a great message. Brad, anything you want to say before we sign off?
Nope. I think we had a good discussion. I think our youth camp is growing, and we're at 40 kids, but I think we still have room to grow, and it's just a wonderful week. So.
Yeah, great. So yeah, if you're interested in attending this camp next year, keep an eye out. Like Brad said, registration opens early, and I know you guys are running the kids ragged this week. They started, I think, at 1 yesterday, and you go all the way solid until Friday. Brad was telling me about some of the other activities that they have. They're having a great week. So yeah, all right. Well, thanks for joining us. I will be back live next Tuesday. We're going to be talking a little bit about student loans and what you should be doing over the summer about this time to get ready for all of that. So thank you to Brad and Levi, and thanks for United Tribes and the North Dakota Indian Commission for letting us do this live today. So all right, thanks everyone. Bye.